Hello everyone, welcome back for another Trinity Stamps video. This is Cassie. Today we're going to be doing a sneaky peeky, and we are going to sneak peek the Tweet Heart stamp set along with our mini envelope die. I'm not going to show you any of the products, you're just going to see what I have as an end result. This is our mini envelope die, the pieces that you'll get. I'm going to go ahead and score or, fold over on those score lines, and we're going to assemble this envelope. It's so darn cute. It's great because I feel like it could be used on its own for little valentines or little notes in lunch boxes or whatnot. Send your spouse off with a cute little note in their lunch or whatever, or your kids as well. And I'm going to use a little Crafty Gluefriend to assemble that. But this would be cute even on the front of a card as well. So it's like 2-in-1. But isn't it darling? I love it. So I've got that all ready to go. And this is the little note card that can go in there. And it does have an embossed edge, which I love those. And I had already stamped out my Tweet Heart. One of the things about that, though, is that I had cut out my note card from some cream cardstock, but I stamped on a white cardstock. So this is some Express It cardstock. But an easy way to fix that, since I'm going to be using alcohol markers, is to just color that with a color that is similar to the color of my cardstock. Because Copics and alcohol markers like these Olos are transparent, they will layer on top of each other nicely. And so all I did was just go over the top of that with a cream colored alcohol marker. That was one of the Copics, and now I'm using some Olos. And then I'm just going to bring in those Olos and just color right over the top. I'm going to put each of those colors up on the screen for you to see how that's working. But I've got some BG 7.3 and BG 7.6. And as you can see, that BG 7.6 is significantly darker than our BG 7.3. So I'm going to do my best to blend that, but I'll show you a little tip. You can do tip to tip. So what I'm doing is I'm taking my BG 7.3 and touching the tip of the BG 7.6. It'll pick up a little bit of that color and make it easier to blend. So that's just a fun little tip when using alcohol markers. You can typically do that. All right, then we'll move on to coloring our hearts. I'm going to use his beak and his feet. We're going to use Y0 2.5, and then one little bit darker color, Y0 2.7. And then we'll move on to the hearts, which is R5.3. And you'll notice I already had some hearts stamped on there. So there are some solid hearts that you can stamp as well from this stamp set. And I didn't exactly try to match that color because those hearts are going to go on the back of my little note card. And so I'm just adding a little shadowing and shading where I think it's going to look good. And then we'll blend that out with our R5.3. I just am so in love with this little image. It kind of makes me feel a little nostalgic, kind of like those little Valentines we used to send when we were kids. I think they do it now, but I'm not sure. And then I'm going to use a little white gel pen to color in the whites of his eyes. And there you have it. So I've die cut them out. Again, this is a sneak peek, so I wasn't going to show you what those dies look like either. But it leaves a nice little border around each of your stamped images. And that's how it's going to look on that note card. It's like a perfect fit. It's so cute. And this is almost the exact same size as an ATC or an artist trading card, which is another thing that's so great about this. All right, so now I'm going to put some foam squares on the back just to add a little depth and dimension to our image, make it stand out from the note card itself. This is just one way to kind of, crank it up a notch. And then if you don't have it, and I've said this before, if you do not have a pickup stick, treat yourself. These little foam squares that I have, I'm kind of just trying to use them up, but their release paper is a little bit hard to get off sometimes. So I love that pickup stick. Not only will it helps me hold those down and get underneath the release paper, but this tool is amazing because on one side it has the poker, and then on the other side it has our wax tip for putting embellishments down. So as you can see, I've put it down onto our little tiny note card. And I've got a couple different embellishments up there, as you can see. Those are new. So we have some powder pink hearts, and they're darling. They are a couple different sizes. And so what I'm going to do is be fairly liberal putting those around our image. And you can't see them a whole lot right now, mostly just because they are so powder pink. They're darling. I love them. But I'm going to put those down using that other end of our pickup stick. As you can see, like I said, it has two ends to it. And we'll use our Crafty Gluefriend to attach those down along with our pickup stick. And then I decided I wanted to bring in another one of the new embellishments. So we'll put those away using that tidy tray, and then we're going to pull in the Bokeh hearts. And these come in a few different sizes as well. I just shook that, so I got them everywhere. But one of the things I love about these embellishments is that when you order these from Trinity, they come filled to the brim, so you get your money's worth for sure. And I'm just going to layer those around using the different sizes. And again, you can't really see these too well. I'll show you at the end of the video how good they look on there. But once again, we're going to use our pickup stick along with our Crafty Gluefriend, and we'll attach all of those little hearts down to the front of our note card. Like I said before, the other hearts that I have up there that I had stamped, we're going to attach those down to the back of our little note card, because that's where we would sign it. You know, like I said, very reminiscent of those old Valentines that we used to give when we were kids, or that your current kids could be giving right now. So this would be a fun little project. You could make them together. And then there you have it. Take a look at that, how cute that is in that little mini envelope. I love it. Take a look at the hearts. They just kind of pop on there. It's so cute. And then this fits in our envelope super nicely. I'm trying to be careful because this is still a little bit wet. But check it out. How cute is that? A little envelope just by itself. A note or a gift card could fit in there just fine too. Or again, you could attach this to the front of a card. I love how that turned out. So if you liked this video, be sure to hit that like button. Definitely consider subscribing if you haven't already done so. And as always, I will see you very soon in another video. Bye, everybody.